first, we go to Bathurst. I was on a family vacation at the beach on the Bay de Chaleur this summer and figured it was the perfect opportunity to explore a local legend, the burning phantom ship. You never know what might wash up in the sand. Old lobster traps, sea glass, buried treasure. My cousin Owen said that he actually saw the phantom ship when he was younger, but he also hinted that some stories might be better left buried.
Well, like I said before, I've seen it twice now in my life. The first time was back when I was about 6 years old. I was out on this beach with my dad, and I look out to the water and I see this pale blue blur, probably about like half a kilometer out into the water. And I go to turn to my dad to tell him what I saw, but when I look back, gone, vanished, whatever that was. Then I saw it again a bit more recently. It was so weird because I couldn't tell if it was near or far out into the water when I saw it the second time. But then the same thing happened. I turned away, looked back, and again, gone. See, I didn't even know about the ship until after I saw it the first time when my dad filled me in on it. I heard that it was apparently just some crashed ship. It sunk and then it haunts the waters. I just think it's freaky how it just disappears. Well, the first time I can't really remember what I really felt because I was just a young kid. I guess really just curious about what that pale blue thing is, what ever can make that strange glowy color. The second time I felt very cold was what I felt. I mean, it wasn't an especially cold night when I saw it, but I just felt a chill when I was looking at it. Like it was like if something I wasn't supposed to see, almost. Like a forbidden feel to it.
We're here for our family reunion. Do you think that we will luck out and spot it either tonight or tomorrow night?
See, a part of me kind of hopes not, almost, because I like to stay away from those types of things, those weird feelings.
At a campfire and you're telling scary stories around the fire with your friends, you're probably going to be roasting some marshmallows. And there's actually some pro tips that are good to know to roast the perfect marshmallow. Instead of just holding the marshmallow in one spot in one position the whole time, it'll burn if you do that. So what it's good to do is to slowly rotate the marshmallow the whole time, just like a rotisserie, like a pig on a stick over a fire. So you're slowly rotating it, and that'll evenly roast the whole thing. You just want it to be brown, and then you can put it in your graham cracker and chocolate or eat it as is. Another little pro tip to up your marshmallow cooking game is to actually make a bit of a hole when you're putting it on the stick and crush up some of your chocolate and put it in the marshmallow as you're roasting it. So the chocolate will already be melted when the marshmallow is ready to go. And then when you put it in the graham cracker and bite it, it's not going to be hard chocolate that breaks apart and falls into the ground. It'll taste really good. I spent one summer working for the newspaper in Bathurst. I covered a story about a couple who came to visit and saw the ship. I managed to find an old copy of that article, so I'll skip to some of the interesting bits for you. Kim Bonin had a very hard time falling asleep after what she saw late at night on July 28th. Bonin grew up hearing the legend of Bathurst's phantom ship, but had never actually seen it for herself until now. Bonin, her husband Andre, and their daughter Clara were visiting relatives in Bathurst recently. The Bonins had rented a cottage on Beresford Beach, and after putting Clara to bed, Kim Bonin looked out the window around 11:30 p.m. and saw an unmistakable, unearthly glow. We had just kind of walked up the stairs on the deck, and I had just looked out at the bay because the waves were loud. I saw these lights down by the turn, and I saw 3 big columns, and they were orange. And I was like, what is that? I told my husband, I think it's the phantom ship, and he said, oh, get out of here. So we went in the cottage, and I said, no, let's go look at this. so we went back out and my husband said, I'm going to take some pictures and zoom in just to see if that's what it is. According to the City of Bathurst website, one of the most favored theories for the origins of the ghastly galleon is that it is the ghost of a trader ship that took advantage of Aboriginal tribes in the region year after year a couple centuries ago. This particular vessel was run by Captain Craig, who would trick the Aboriginal people and kidnap their women. One of his expeditions was thwarted by a sailor with a conscience. The ship then sunk, supposedly from a curse, and the captain and his crew drowned. It is believed that later a burning ship rose from the watery grave and is now what people see in the Bay de Chaleur. There are other less paranormal theories surrounding the apparition too. The city's website said that some people believe the sightings are an optical illusion, a trick of the light caused by reflections or for reasons like atmospheric electrical discharge. Bonin said that she doesn't believe that she saw a phantom, but she still felt the need to do some research on the ship. I'm more thinking optical illusion or something to do with refraction of light. I'm more of a scientific person, so I've been reading the scientific explanations online, and it seems like people have been researching it for years and years and years, and no one really knows. So paranormal? I don't know, but it's odd that it can't be explained too. It's still creepy no matter what, said Bonin. Bonin described the ship as an orange glow with 3 masts. According to legend, in order for the ship to appear, the weather and ocean conditions must match the conditions at the time the ship sank those many years ago. Besides herself and her husband, Bonin said that no one else could confirm what they saw that night. She asked her neighbors the next day if they saw the ship, but they did not. To make matters even more mystifying, Bonin said that nobody was on the beach that night, but every other night of their vacation, the beach was packed. Just that one night, on a Saturday night, which is super odd, there were no fires and we saw the ship. There was no one on the beach at all. As far as we know, we're the only ones who saw it. While I was having a bonfire with my family, I saw something in the distance that could have been a phantom ship. I barely got to my camera in time. Alright, so I don't know. I don't know how easy it is to see this, but there is a small glowing light just hovering above the water. Could be the phantom ship, I don't know. Alright, so maybe I didn't see the burning phantom ship of local legend, but it was cool to hear the stories and theories about it.